feel that when it's in your body.
The same power of acceptance of your own uniqueness. It's what makes us who we are. This uniqueness is the expression of fullness as well. You see that ultimately speaking, spirituality has little to do with morality. We want it to be moral, but it cannot be moral because it includes everything and excludes nothing. And this takes tremendous growing up to do. It takes tremendous sense of all-encompassing, all-embracing. But it begins with acceptance. It doesn't matter how horrifying our individual experience was. And the world will tell us that and reinforce that pain all the time. Wherever we go, it is being reminded that pain is being reflected back. But the approach here is different than psychology. So the acceptance here has a qualitatively different flavor to it. It is first understanding that everything that went into who you are now is your evolution. Everything, including that abuse. Everything. Every beatific and horrifying experience all of us went through, it's what makes us who we are right now. You remove that experience, it's not who you are right now. You remove that experience and we are lost in hypothetic would-be wishful gagaland. This is real. This is real. Many people have to suffer in this life, and that we can say Kali Yuga, Shmali Yuga. Yes, one day I want to be like clever clock and I will give you the whole thing, yugas and. But there's also another perspective. Another perspective, you see? This suffering has a silver lining. Again, that suffering has a silver lining. This is what puts you in touch with the forces in you that you never dreamt of having. And when we go through some of the most painful moments in our life, that's what truly transforms us. And that includes this. But dare I warn you not to idolize this, because that's what unfortunately we often do. We idolize our suffering, we idolize what we went through, because we create a pact with it. We create a relationship with that what is our pain. And then somehow, unconsciously, we don't want to part with it, because there is this pact. You see? And that what will never allow us to accept it fully and forgive. Because it lives there in us as that. We talk about entities. That is an entity. It becomes an entity. It becomes a kind of an addition to our personality, a chip on our shoulder. Why is that English expression, a chip on a shoulder? You know? It's something where we feel we've been harmed. Somewhere we feel we were harmed. Somewhere we feel we were done wrong. we were mistreated. And I did speak about that. And I now say you completely something else. Never was the time when we were mistreated. All this went into who we are right now. It takes courage to accept that, but it also tremendous liberation. To accept that is liberate ourselves from these imposed conditionings. Accept that with the flavor of forgiveness. Forgiveness not to so and so even. You see? It's not the case of forgiving that driver who ran my daughter over. It's not that forgiveness I'm speaking about. It's to forgiving that whole setup. Forgiving that, the whole, healing the whole situation. Forgiving yourself for carrying this. Forgiving for feeling that separation. That's the flavor of that acceptance. But it has to rest in that recognition and clear understanding that you would not be who you are now without what went. Every minute experience went into making you who you are. Like unique work of art. Unique. Unique, you are unique because that went into the making of you. You see? This is how we accept ourselves in totality. Not in hypothetical terms. And from there, we heal the environment, as you mentioned in your first part of your question, right? You talked about collective as well. Jai Gurudev.